If you've been following along, you know that I've been doing some major upgrades to my Ford Econoline. I've been living in this thing for over 2 years and have been getting by on just like bare minimum of everything because of budget, and you know how it is. I finally was able to make some upgrades after coming back from Mexico, so I'm gonna show you guys around, share what life is like on the road as a scuba diver living in a van. Vamonos.
Hey, I'm Sarah, this is Abby, and welcome to Azul Unlimited. If you're new here, I'm a scuba instructor, and I moved into my van in 2021 after losing my dive shop in Indonesia due to shutdowns. I've been on the road diving around the US, Canada, and Mexico for the last 2 years, teaching on YouTube along the way. All right, let's get into the video.
Before we get into it, just a tiny plug for my expeditions coming up. December 2023 is Los Cabos in Mexico. January 2024 is SOCORRO, also in Mexico. And June 2024 is KOMODO in Indonesia. You can see details on all of these trips on my website, and I've linked that in the description below. So starting at the front, I've had this shoe rack for a while, but it is essential for keeping dirt out of the van, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Built that myself with my dad. Then moving in, there's an Abby. Hello, sweet thing. I have another shoe container organizer thing. There's only actually one pair of shoes in it, but this is really nice for keeping things organized. This little bag here is my trash. I do not create a lot of trash because of the way that I buy my groceries. That is good enough for me, which is pretty cool. This right here is my 12-volt fridge. Had that for a while. This is essential for anyone wanting to live full-time in a vehicle. Don't pay attention to all of this stuff because I'm a mess. And there's scuba gear and my stand-up paddleboard, and I just haven't quite cleaned up everything just yet. Then we get into the kitchen. So I have this little fruit basket thing. I have plenty of water. Well, I don't have plenty of water right now. These are both empty. I need to go fill, but lots of water here, lots of storage up here. And people ask about this area. Things don't fall down, like even on the worst roads in Mexico. Really like this design, super fun. I have a sink with a foot pump. It's simple, but it works. I have more food storage right here. So that pops open. Because of my battery build, I've gotten rid of my propane tank and I've switched to an induction burner. So I actually have that stored under here. So that's that right there. And I bought a little mini cast iron pot to go with that. It does use quite a lot of power, not as much as my electric kettle, but it works out. Like I can manage my power using both of those things. Okay, moving on to under the sink, I have more water stored back there. That's for my sink. Okay, that's run by the foot pump. This right here is my organic waste. So that's how I'm able to keep my waste low. And then this is the newest item, and this is my composting toilet. A lot of people are really grossed out by this. I don't care. This has been the best thing that I've put in the van. After being in Mexico for 4 months and seeing the impact that the van lifers have on the beautiful local beaches there, like I just don't want to leave any trace anywhere. Places are becoming too populated and there's too much literal human shit everywhere. So this is my attempt to not be a part of the problem. And no, it does not smell. I keep it clean. I love it. For showers, I have about 4 gallons in that little container. And I use one of these shower bags just hooked on my door. I open the door and take a shower. When a dive shop does not have a shower, I'm in the parking lot. It's great. I installed this guy. Major upgrade for keeping the temperature cool in the van. I used to only have this little guy, and let me tell you, this for Abby and me, like not enough wind power. Moving into the back, I have this space here, so this pops off, and I have all of my scuba equipment in here. If you haven't seen my tank storage solution video, you can check that out, where I redid this whole back area so that I could fit my scuba tanks, and everything literally just slides into this container. Moving on to the other side, I have another little space back here where I stick some of my gear. Then I have my library and some of my bedtime stuff, like a retainer, because you know, that's what I do in my mid-30s. Here I have the Starlink. I don't know if this is a great storage solution just yet. It's been fine so far, but I have a feeling that going down washboard roads might not be the best thing. So I'm gonna keep working with that. I have the stand up here in this little slot, and then the router is over here. And then finally on this side, this is where the heart of my battery system is. All of the battery build is in this container here. This is an extension to that. This houses the battery. Here's a look at the inside of the battery build. Oh dear. Got the 200 amp hour battery. Fuses in here and also in here. The whole system is housed right here. So I have wiring that goes to the solar, alternator charger, and inverter. Then all of my negatives are down here. This system is basically my positive and negative bus bar, and I have everything linked in here. DC to DC plugs, my inverter, everything is hardwired in here. So that's located, you can see here, directly under the Starlink. I have my DC to DC charger right there, and behind it is my 2000 watt inverter. I just plugged in a high wattage extension cord, so something that I think the max that this can handle is like 1900 watts, and I just stringed that along and posted it on the side here. So that's how I get access to my inverter power. And yes, I know that my wiring is horribly messy, and I keep saying I'm gonna clean it up, and I don't know that I will, but there it is. Up here I have my kill switches, so one for the main battery, this is for the alternator, and then this one back here behind Ganesha is the solar. Then I have my solar charger, my battery monitor here, and I have 200 watts of solar on the roof. I have the simplest light system ever. Just click those on, and little Christmas style lights. I really like this because it's a soft glow. Above the bed I have this little hammock, and this is great for just storing jackets and clothes and bags and things. And then my surfers, my big water parkas, are up here, which is great for boat days. And then the sides here are for clothes. I just recently added these, and it's really helpful to keep things organized. Before, I was just tucking all of my clothing in here. I bought new connections here, and now these doors don't come flying open every single time I turn the van, which is really great. And I've got the same situation on this side. I found this little map at a thrift shop, and I've just been outlining the states where I've gone with the van. I still haven't gone diving in Nevada or Arizona, so I need to tick those off, but hopefully I'm gonna, see a lot more of the states at some point soon. Up above the cabin, I have my wheels for my road bike. My road bike hangs on this little hook here. That's all inside, which is pretty nice. This is a really simple poster board that I use for my projector, so I can watch movies in here. And then all of my just like knickknacks, bathroom stuff, dog stuff, sports stuff, like everything is just sort of tucked into this area. And then this back here is my bed. So this is in couch mode at the moment. This is a climbing crash pad, which I just fold up during the day so that I have plenty of floor space. I can do yoga in here. It's really great. And then this just pulls straight out and lays flat, and that's where I sleep. It's a really simple home, but I absolutely love it. And especially with these upgrades, it feels so cozy and wonderful in here. I am looking forward to many, many more adventures in dear sweet Ariel. And I'm gonna take you along. So subscribe and all of that stuff. We're gonna have some fun.